Sorry, slightly distracted. The size of the takeaway that's just gone into my mother-in-law's across the road looks absolutely huge. So I don't know how many people they're having for dinner and who they're inviting. Anyway, welcome along. It's Saturday, the 17th of June. I might go over there in an hour and find out. See if there's anything left. Right, yeah, welcome along. It's Saturday, 17th of June. Good evening to everyone. It is live this evening. It was on my plan as scheduled to be a pre-recorded quiz tonight. But unfortunately, I ran out of time yesterday to get everything finished off. We were digging out the garden and trying to get everything sorted. We had like a big section with loads of, it was about 260 something square foot of earth we moved between three of us yesterday. So a little bit sore, a little bit sensitive, and a little bit aching in places I didn't know I could actually ache. So yeah, so in the end, I've decided to go live with you this evening. So as always, 50 questions. I've managed to cobble those together. Interestingly, I was going through my archive of loads of questions this week, sorting some stuff out for a project I'm working on. And I found a quiz that was labelled Science and Nature Sarah. So I don't know whether Sarah's written some rounds for me at some point, and I don't know whether I've used it. I recognise a couple of the questions, but I don't recognise the round as a whole. So yeah, so one of your rounds tonight is supplied by Sarah. So we'll see how well that goes down. But yeah, not really, because it's a shorter intro, not much in the way of shout outs, but I do want to say hello to a few people who did get in touch. Had a happy 25th wedding anniversary to Mike Hodgson from your wife Wendy. Says loves you lots and here's to many more. Hello to Katie and Michael, who got engaged while on holiday in Lanzarote, so congratulations to you guys. Hope you've had, well, you've probably had the most memorable Lanzarote holiday you could probably imagine. So congratulations to you guys, and as promised, keeping in touch for us and letting us know how they're getting on. I was thinking about you guys yesterday and what an incredible challenge you've set yourselves, and how intense it's going to be. But hello to the intrepid four Wegman Arctic Travellers. They're currently near Gothenburg. Well, 12 minutes ago, they were near Gothenburg in Sweden, halfway to Nordkap. It's a big day tomorrow as it's Pete and Mel's 40th wedding anniversary. And say hello to Big Jim, Selena, Tony, Maggie, Andrew, and Gillian back in the UK. So yeah, keep going, guys. It's honestly, I was thinking about it. I was talking to somebody yesterday about it as well. I was just saying it's an incredible challenge to be driving all that way in what I'm sure from the picture it looks like camper vans, and you've got your drones and stuff. So yeah, keep going, guys. Keep us informed. Let us know how you're getting on. Send pictures and stuff, and I'll continue to share it as you guys get along. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us this evening. We'll get started in about 12 seconds time. Let's just do my little few things behind the scenes. Yeah, it still says on my screen that I've got no one watching, so I don't know whether there's anyone out there. Good evening, hello. It might not be anyone watching. I might actually be sat here talking to myself, and I'm not even on a live stream. But anyway, I'll crack on, and we'll find out later, no doubt. Welcome along. It is Saturday, the 17th of June. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. 50 questions then in front of us. If you're joining us for the first time tonight, we'll do 30, and then take a break and give you the answers to those. So let's kick it off with entertainment as we always do. Question number one. With this, in the Flintstones, what was the name of Fred and Wilma's child? Oh, we are here. There we go. Oh, at least one person's here. Yeah, my software's still showing that I've got no one watching, so never mind. There's a couple of people. That's good. So, question number one, in the Flintstones, what was the name of Fred and Wilma's child? Number two, Mick Hucknall achieved international fame in the 80s as the lead singer of which group? So Mick Hucknall achieved international fame in the 80s as the lead singer of which group? There you go. My mum sent me a message saying there are people that she's watching as well. So there we go. It is working. It's just Streamlabs is having one of its nights again as usual. Number three, what is the name of the company Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump set up in the film Forrest Gump? I think I've spelled that wrong. Hold. Although I'm not changing it. I've actually spelt it right for once. I don't see. I don't know why I was doubting myself. I'll make a joke about that in a minute. Question 4. Sean Bean played the role of Richard Sharp in which long-running TV show? So Sean Bean played the role of Richard Sharp in which long-running TV show? I've just seen a message in our Discord server. Massive congratulations to Elaine on her 31st wedding anniversary tomorrow. In 3 days' time. You've got this far, supporting Colin through all of his endeavours. So well done to you, Elaine, for that. I'm gonna pay for that in a minute. Number 5. How are Lee, Claire, Lisa, Faye, and Ian better known? So how are Lee, Claire, Liz, Faye, and Ian better known? Their official name, before anyone come, I know what's coming. Someone's going to come up with a silly answer, aren't they? But yeah, their official name, not nicknames you might give them. Just got a waft of, I've got a white chocolate jade all burning in here, and I've just got a waft of it. It smells really nice. It smells like melted white chocolate. Number 6, who played Terry McCann in Minder? So who played Terry McCann in Minder? Number 7, complete the name of the 1989 Robin Williams film. It was called Dead What Society? So complete the name of the 1989 Robin Williams film. It was called Dead What Society? Number 8, what comes next? Oh, hello. I'll try that again. What comes next? What comes next in this sequence of album titles? 19, 21, 25, and then what? So what comes next in this sequence of album titles? 19, 21, 25, and then what? Yep. Number 9, the first British spin-off series of The Real Housewives was set in which area? When it first came to the UK, which area was it set in? And number 10, in which year did Golden Balls come to an end on ITV? Poker Face Poker Face by Lady Gaga, that was the biggest song, and Avatar was the biggest film. So in which year did Golden Balls come to an end on ITV? Poker Face by Lady Gaga was the biggest song, and Avatar was the biggest film. Right, okay. Okay, so moving on to round two. Yeah, so as I say, I was going through the archives looking for some things and sorting some stuff out for an upcoming project, and I came across this, and it was labelled Science and Nature and Sarah. So I don't know. I know I might have used a couple of the questions from here, but I don't recognise some of them. So I thought, you know what? There's a full round of 10. I'm going to use them tonight. So here we go. Your Science and Nature round supplied by Sarah this evening. Your first question is this. Number one, what name is given to a creature that eats both plants and animals? You also can't shout at me about this round. What name is given to a creature that eats both plants and animals? I think it might have been some of the rounds, thinking about it now, actually, it might have been some of the rounds when I did the Guinness World Record attempt, the first one. Sorry. Number two, atoms are made up of three basic parts: neutrons, electrons, and which other part? So atoms are made up of three basic parts: neutrons, electrons, and which other part? Number three, what is the first element on the periodic... No, hang on, I have written... See, hang on. 1 second. Huh? Okay. Yeah, what... I'm confused. What is the first element on the periodic table? Hmm. Number four, which part of the body is affected by plantar fasciitis? Yes, Alan, I did come across it. Don't worry, I've kept it safe for you. Which part of the body is affected by plantar fasciitis? Yeah, I've put it in a safe place. It's with the authorities. Don't worry, they're going to look after it for you. Number five, what is the medical name for dizziness? So what is the medical name for dizziness? It can't be. Alan's too evil for that role. Sorry, Phil and Tracy. Alan is far too evil for that role. Number six, what term is given to the wearing effect of moving water on coastal land? So what term is given to the wearing effect of moving water on coastal land? Number seven, what is the collective name for incisors, canine, premolars, and molars? So what is the collective name for incisors, canine, premolars, and molars? Train. Number eight, what does the S stand for in ISP? So what does the S stand for in ISP? Number nine, one for you, Ben. Dactylogram is known by what other name? Commonly used to identify people. This is one of the questions I did recognise. But dactylogram is known by what other name? Commonly used to identify people. And your final one from this round, number 10. How many sides of a scalene triangle are in equal length? So how many sides of a scalene triangle are equal in length? Okay, let's wrap up then. Round 3. So it's numbers. So they start off, well, start off with an answer. And then just to give you a little bit of hint, the next number will be higher than the previous answer. Not necessarily consecutive, but the numbers increase. So, for example, if the answers were 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So you'll see what I mean, but I'm just giving you a hint that the numbers increase. Number 1, which number is opposite number 20 on the dartboard? So which number is opposite number 20 on the dartboard? Number 2, how many zeros in 10,000? So how many zeros in 10,000? Number 3, how many children won a golden ticket in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? So how many children won a golden ticket in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? And now tootling down the tracks on its way to Manchester, there is another train. Well, they're going quite slowly. Number 4, a women's heptathlon consists of how many events? Two-carriage train on its way to Manchester, Victoria. Yeah, women's heptathlon consists of how many events? Number 5, in music, the octatonic scale consists of how many notes? So music, the octatonic scale consists of how many notes? Number 6, how many letters are picked per round in Countdown? Said this before, but there's no point me even having an attempt at Countdown. I'm great with the numbers, but the letters is just awful. Well, saying that, I've been playing a new game on my phone and I've not been doing too badly. I've been annihilating people, so word-related game and I'm doing well. Maybe I'm improving. Number 7, how many red balls are on the table at the start of a game of snooker? So how many red balls are on the table at the start of a game of snooker? Number 8, how many ounces in a pound? So how many ounces are in a pound? Number 9, Jack Bauer was the central character to which long-running TV series? So Jack Bauer was the central character to which long-running TV series? And your final number, question number 10. How many miles is a marathon distance? Yes, I know there's a few yards tacked on the end, but how many miles is a marathon distance? Because to be honest, once you get to those last few 100 yards, it doesn't really matter. You don't really think about that. That's a point, Vic. How is your dad after his Titanic fall? Is he all right now? Right, let's push button. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'll put the link up on Twitter in just a moment, but you know where to find them. jvpqquestions.com. If you head on over to there, you'll be able to recap any of those first 30 questions if you need to. So for your first break this evening, I've got this for you. There'll be some of my drawings coming later on. I did say they would be back, but put these sporting events in order from shortest days to longest days that they take place over. Okay, so from the whoa, nearly knocked my microphone flying then. Yeah, so from day one all the way to day, the when the trophies are presented, basically. So that's the shortest way. Let me just set it up because I've not done that. That one there. I need to turn that off. That on. Oh, that on. That on. Put me there. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put this on. I'll do the more break a little later on. So I'll put these up. 9 of them in total, and I will see you in 7 minutes. Done. Right, final answers. Get them written down. Get them in the right order, etc. I need to double check something actually. Ah, yeah, that's fine. Okay, right then. Let's put the answers up in 3, 2, 1. There we go. You know, oh, hang on. Let me just move myself up to there. There we go. So you can see them clearer. Right. So the shortest of those events is the US Open Golf. Is the US Open on at the minute, I think. But that takes place usually over 4 days, unless they have really bad weather. But it doesn't affect its position on the board. Second place out of those events would be Wimbledon. That takes place over 14 days. Again, if there's been some weather delays, it will go to 15 because they'll play on the Monday but it takes place the starting date, and then 14 days later it's said to end. And before anyone asks, even though they have a middle Sunday where they don't play, it still takes place over 14 days. 2020 Olympics and the Snooker World Championships are both over 17 days, which surprised me actually. I thought the Olympics is normally over a longer period, but whether it was because it was 2021 delayed from 2020, I'm not sure. But yeah, so both of those, so that's third and fourth. So if you've put those the wrong way round, they're basically joint third, or third and fourth, whichever way round. Fifth place is the PDC World Darts Championship. That always takes place in December, so that takes place over 20 days. This year's Tour de France will take place over 23 days. Which is that again starts, I think it's 1st of July, I think that's starting. The Ashes cricket that is on at the moment, that started on Thursday, and I've been enjoying watching some of that so far. That takes place over 46 days. That will finish, that finishes at the end of July, which again, that's kind of confused me because normally that goes into August, but there you go. The Women's Football Super League, that takes place over 254 days from the first kickoff to the last game of the season. And the final one then, the Formula 1 season, takes place over 269 days. So it kicks off, it kicked off in March, and it will go all the way through to the last race of the season in Abu Dhabi. And qualifying starts in 15 minutes. So I'll miss Q1, but I'll catch up when I get to Q2.
Let's get started.
Whoa. Push wrong button. There we go. I'll do that. I've pushed Thursday breaks for some reason. Right, okie dokie. Ashes started on Friday. Was it Friday? I thought it was Thursday. Oh, did it start yesterday? Oh, of course, yeah. That's all right. I've lost all track of days. It started this week. Right, so get your answer sheets ready. Let me just get that onto there and that one onto... Where's that gone? I'm very confused. Which I know is not difficult. Okay. Fair enough. Right, answer sheets then at the ready. Let's see how you did with the first 30 questions. Let's ping this across. Here we go. So we kicked off tonight then with entertainment. And here is your first one. Number 1, in the Flintstones, what was the name of Fred and Wilma's child? It was called Pebbles. She was called Pebbles, not it. Number 2, Mick Hucknall achieved international fame in the 80s as the lead singer of which group? It's Simply Red. I must admit, sometimes I do get confused between some Simply Red songs and the Police or Sting songs and think that one and the other did them, but, you know. Number 3, what is the name of the company Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump set up in the film Forrest Gump? It was Bubba Gump, or Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. Number 4, Sean Bean played the role of Richard Sharp in which long-running TV show? It was Sharp. Number 5, how are Lee, Claire, Lisa, Faye and Ian better known? Steps. Wasn't much abuse for Steps, so maybe there's some secret Steps fans out there. Number 6, who played Terry McCann in Minder? It was Dennis Waterman. Number 7, complete the name of the 1989 Robin Williams film. It was Dead Poets Society. Number 8, what comes next in the sequence of albums? 19, 21, 25, and then 30. They're Adele albums. Or Adele studio albums, I should clarify. Number 9, the first British spin-off series of The Real Housewives was set in which area? It was Cheshire, so it's The Real Housewives of Cheshire. Didn't watch any of them. Number 10, in which year did Golden Balls come to an end on ITV? Poker Face by Lady Gaga was the biggest song, and Avatar the biggest film. It was 2009. Needed quite a poker face to play Golden Balls, and you know, still love that clip of the Anyway. Moving on to the science and nature Sarah round. Number 1, what name is given to a creature that eats both plants and animals? It's an omnivore. Number 2, atoms are made up of 3 basic parts: neutrons, electrons, and which other part? It is protons. And number 3, the first element on the periodic table is hydrogen. For some reason I thought he said second when I looked at it earlier, but never mind. Number 4, what part of the body is affected by plantar fasciitis? It is the foot. Number 5, the medical name for dizziness is vertigo. Number 6, what term is given to the wearing effect of moving water on coastal land? It is erosion. Number 7, what is the collective name for incisors, canines, premolars, and molars? It is teeth. Number 8, what does the S stand for in ISP? It is service, internet service provider. Provider. Number 9, dactylogram is known by what other name, commonly used to identify people? It is fingerprint. And number 10, how many sides of a scalene triangle are equal in length? None of them. That's what makes it a scalene triangle. And your numbers then. Number 1, which number is opposite 20 on the dartboard? It is 3. Number 2, how many zeros in 10,000? There are 4. Number 3, how many children won a golden ticket in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? There were 5. Number 4, a women's heptathlon consisted of how many events? 7. Number 5, in music, the octatonic scale consisted of how many notes? It is 8. Number 6, how many letters are picked per round in Countdown? There are 9. Number 7, how many red balls are on the table at the start of a game of snooker? There are 15. Number 8, how many ounces are in a pound? There are 16. Number 9, Jack Bauer was the central character to which long-running TV series? It was 24. And number 10, how many miles is a marathon distance? It is 26 miles and then 300 and something yards. 368 yards, I think. Very nearly clicked on end stream. Just right heading down going, right, okay, just change the thing. Just need to click on that button there. Right, tot your scores up. Let us know how you got on so far. 30 points available. Still to come, connections round and general knowledge. Connection round back to normal. Oh, hang on. I got bitten by a horsefly on my knee yesterday. I looked down and it was on my knee. It was like that sort of big kind of thing on my knee. And as I went to flick it off, it was in there having a right go on my kneecap. And my kneecap's quite, I won't show you because, yeah, it's quite swollen. And I think it's all about to, like, you know, like that one. But like it's like that big on my knee. So yeah, I think it's about to go. Anyway, right, yeah, connections round back to normal tonight. Standard connection round, 9 questions. Question number 10, what links them all together? Thank you very much for your comments around. Thank you very much for your comments around the long connection. I know some people were like, that was brilliant, that was a great idea, I would never have got it, etc, etc. But yeah, it seemed to go down well. So I might have another one of those up my sleeve, but I've got a whole quiz one. But anyway, right, let's move on to tonight. Woohoo! Well done on getting us 30 for the Hive Mind with such. Is that all you're doing now in the Patreon Discord server? You're just all going to take the highest score? Is that the plan? Right, okay. Right, connections around then. Here we go. 9 questions. Question 10, what links them all together? Starting with this for number 1. What U is said to cancel or reverse effects or results of a previous action? So what U is said to cancel or reverse effects or results of a previous action? Yeah, when I say normal services resume to the connection round, I don't mean it's Monopoly. Number 2, what is the name of a device used for making and breaking the connection in an electrical circuit? So what is the name of a device used for making and breaking the connection in an electrical circuit? Number 3, complete the phrase what for one and one for what. So complete the phrase start again. Complete the phrase what for one and one for what. Number 4, a retail outlet ready to trade is said to be what? Don't overthink it. A retail outlet ready to trade is said to be what? Number 5, to remove or obliterate something is called what with the letter D? Badly written that one, but never mind. To remove or obliterate something is called what beginning with the letter D? Number 6, young companies founded to develop a unique product or service are called what ups? So young companies founded to develop a unique product or service are called what ups? Number 7, the duplication of an item is said to do what to the original? Train. The duplication of an item is said to do what to the original? They've changed to every half an hour. They used to be every hour, but for some reason they seem to be every half an hour at the minute. Number 8, the making of an opening, incision, or wound in something is said to what it? So the making of an opening, incision, or wound is said in something is said to what it? Number 9, what P describes a thick, soft, moist substance typically produced by mixing dry ingredients with a liquid. Apologies if you don't like that M word, because a few people don't. It's quite funny with a friend of mine, you say that word and yeah. Anyway, what P describes a thick, soft, moist substance typically produced by mixing dry ingredients with a liquid. And for the rest of you, get your heads out of the gutter. And as always then, question 10, what links those 9 answers together? So what links all those 9 answers together? Might have predicted question 9, Ron and Sue, but could you have predicted the way I went about the question? That is the interesting one. Okay, let's wrap up tonight's quiz then from the main part of the quiz with these final 10 questions. General knowledge, random questions, kicking off with this number 1. In which city is the home of the DVLA? As the train is on its way. Oh, that one's going all the way to Rochdale. So in which city is the home of the DVLA? Number 2, Shere Khan was the name of the tiger in which film book? Shere Khan was the name of the tiger in which film book? Number 3, which country has the international vehicle registration of S? So which country has the international vehicle registration of S? Number 4, what can be the name of a dance or the name of a sauce beginning with S? What can be the name of a dance or the name of a sauce beginning with S? Number 5, which author wrote the Pickwick Papers? So which author wrote the Pickwick Papers? Just looking at the timers. So yeah, so there seem to be one every half an hour when the quiz is on, thereby the 4 trains that we've had coming through, but then they've gone back to one every hour. Number 6, what is the capital of Canada? So what is the capital of Canada? Oh, Canada. Can't believe the quiz that I go to, people didn't realise that was the national anthem of Canada. They thought it was God Save the King. May have been me. I might have gone for that, trying to get fastest answer and think about it. Number 7, the Treaty of Versailles was the peace treaty at the end of which war? So the Treaty of Versailles was the peace treaty at the end of which war? Number 8, Americans call it a thumbtack. How is it more commonly known? So Americans call it a thumbtack. How is it more commonly known? Number 9, what is the value of L in Roman numerals? So what is the value of L in Roman numerals? And your final question for tonight, number 10, the International Criminal Police Organization is better known as what? The International Criminal Police Organization is better known as what? I'm on the wrong one. It's that one. Do that, 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 do that. Okay, right. Questions are up on JVPQ now. So jvpqquestions.com. Head on over there if you so wish to recap any of those. Right. So coming up, yes, they are back. So tonight, a few people sent me some suggestions, and I started trying to draw them. And my word, they were awful. So there are nine dingbat style coming up on screen. I have drawn these 9 said dingbat style things coming up. The first one, however, is the name of a film. Okay, so the first one's a film, and then the other 8 are all dingbatty style things. So I'm just going to throw up the more details first. So if you've not joined us on more details on that coming up for you, because I've been on their platform for the last couple of Thursday nights after our quiz, and some prizes have been won. So I'll pop that up now, and then it'll go straight into your dingbats, drawn by yours truly. Have fun.
Let's get started with question number 1.
Would you rather know the meaning of life or all government secrets?
Funko Pop. Funko Pops are actually really nice prizes.
More is a new app for anyone to create, watch, and win live interactive shows. Join our growing community on the App Store or Google Play Store today.
Oh, hang on. Let's move myself up there. There we go. Yeah, hello to Lara and family I've just seen who are playing along this evening. Good evening to you guys. And happy birthday to Neve, who is 10 today. Happy birthday to you. I hope you've had a good birthday, Neve, which I'm sure you have done. I'm sure you've been spoilt rotten by all of the family. But yeah, happy birthday. Welcome to double digits. Yeah, 10 years old now. Hang on. Let's have a look. Yeah, there were some comments around around what number 4 is. Told you, my drawings. Crazy and out of control. Right, I've managed to flick this around as well, so the answers, so these will stay on screen, but the answers will also appear on screen. A few of you have been asking if you could have them to refer back to. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So, number 1 was the film of Up. Yes, that is a house with balloons. Number 2, Once Upon a Time. Number 3 is Captain Hook. Number 4 was Defeat. I wasn't drawing 2 feet, so I'm sure you got it. Defeat, foot, defeat. Number 5 is kind of 2 because I went with in between jobs, but then I sort of, as I was putting it on, I thought actually someone might put inside job, although it's not inside job, but it's inside jobs. So you can have either of those. I'll let you have that tonight. Number 6, On Second Thoughts. Number 7, Sweetheart. Number 8, Room at the Top. And number 9, Too Little, Too Late. So when I can finally work out how to badly draw some various characters from different things, I will move on. But yeah, they'll be back, I think, for the next few Saturdays. So yeah, if you've got anything specific you want to see me draw badly, please get in touch. Let me know. Right, answer sheets at the ready then. Answer sheets at the ready. Why is number 1 up? I did say right at the beginning. So the first one was a movie. The rest of them will say what you see. But yeah, the first one was a movie. It's the iconic picture of Up. Anyway. Right, answer sheets at the ready. Here we go. Your connections round. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, what U is said to cancel or reverse effects or results of a previous action? It is undo. Number 2, what is the name of a device used for making and breaking the connection in an electrical circuit? It is switch. Number 3, complete the phrase. It is all for one and one for all. Number 4, a retail outlet ready to trade is said to be open. Number 5, to remove or obliterate something is called what? With the letter D, it is delete. Number 6, young companies founded to develop a unique product or service are called startups. Number 7, the duplication of an item is said to do what to the original? It is copy. Number 8, the making of an opening, incision, or wound in something is said to cut it. Cut it. Number 9, what P describes a thick, soft, moist substance typically produced by mixing dry ingredients with a liquid? It is paste. And so tonight, what links all of those together? Now, this is how I've got it. I've got it with Windows Control Plus shortcuts. So, you know, like Control C for copy, Control V for paste, etc. But as long as you've got it along those lines, you can have the point for it. So as long as you've got something along there, you know, commands, shortcuts, Windows commands, etc., you can have the point. It's fine. You know, we're nice and chilled on a Saturday. General knowledge number 1, which and it's Swansea. Yeah. In which city is the home of the DVLA? It is Swansea. Number 2, Shere Khan was the name of the tiger in which film book? It was Jungle Book. Doobie-doo, I wanna be like you. Doobie-doo-ba. Number 3, which country has the international vehicle registration of S? It is Sweden. Let me get onto it because I was laughing my head off at this. Yeah, hello to Pete, who said, I have no idea, but the car park here in Sweden is full of cars with an S on the plate. Number 4, what can be the name of a dance or the name of a sauce beginning with S? It is the salsa. Number 5, which author wrote the Pickwick Papers? It was Charles Dickens. Number 6, capital of Canada is Ottawa. Number 7, the Treaty of Versailles was the peace treaty at the end of which war? It was World War I, or, because they didn't know there was going to be a Second World War, at the time it was known as the Great War. So if you put either of those, it's fine. Number 8, Americans call it the thumbtack, but how is it more commonly known? It is drawing pin. Number 9, what is the value of L in Roman numerals? It is 50. 50. And your final one, number 10, the International Criminal Police Organization is better known as Interpol. All of the things you needed were there on the screen. But yeah, Interpol. For number 10. Okay, right, tot your scores up and see how you have got on this evening. Your tiebreaker question is on its way, and it is this for tonight. How many days did Prohibition last in the United States? So how many days did Prohibition last in the US? Ah, well done. Phil and Tracy got 50 out of 50. Well done, guys. Or as they're now basically known as a collective, and everyone in the Patreon Discord server just takes the highest score. Well done to the Patreons for getting 50 out of 50. Congratulations. Right, the answer then nearest to it gets the point is 5,071. So Prohibition lasts for 5,071 days. A long time, long time. There we go. Yeah, long time for drinkers, unless you manage to find one of those like speakeasy bars where people could go and hide in the back and have a drink. Anyway, right, that is it for this evening. The posts are up on Twitter and Facebook, so let me know how you got on tonight. Back with you on Thursday, as always, usual time, usual place, at 8 o'clock, and then first question at 8:15, as always. Yes. Same place it's been for the last 3 years. And then we'll be on the More platform as well, straight after the live quiz on Thursday. So that is it from me. Thank you very much for being with. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And I will be back on Thursday. See you soon. As always for me, take care. Stay safe.